welcome back to Northern Unwind. I guess we did good enough that they gave us a second episode. That's great, right? Yes. I am Ben and joined with me as always is Kiwi. How are you doing today, Kiwi?
I'm doing pretty good on your Sunday, my Monday. It's been a pretty lovely day here in paradise, so I can't complain too much.
Yeah, we had some pretty nice weather here. Not to overshadow what our friends in Canada is dealing with, but
I mean, everyone in that part of the world is probably dealing with a little bit of rough weather, but
yeah. Well, it helps for living in nice areas, right?
I mean, I gotta say, yeah, I can't complain about where I live, not at all, not at all. Oh, we have some people.
Hey,
Yeah. I mean, Ferris, I could send you the link, man. If you want to debate some Last Airbender, you can absolutely.
Hey, Megan.
I mean, yeah, we did almost get cancelled. It's fine. It's fine. We're discussing with our lawyers. They're talking to their lawyers. It's cool. It's fine. We've just did an illegal battle now.
Hey.
Hello, Brennan.
Hey, man. Long time no see. I saw him a little earlier today at the match.
Oh.
Yeah, that was not my finest hour, so to speak.
Hey, we all struggle sometimes. It's being human.
In the last few days, my head has been all messed up. I don't know what's going on. It must be the water. But I feel good now. I feel like I'm relaxing.
Gotten over that hump. I love it. I love it.
Ready for a whole new week. I hope you all too.
I'm ready for a whole new year.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear about who we lost a few hours ago?
Yeah. I don't know if you want to wait till we bring on the rest of our guests to talk about it, but come on. It's just we can't catch a break. We absolutely cannot catch a break at the moment with this.
It sucks. But you talked about, you mentioned it, we have guests, we should probably bring them on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So also from New Zealand, we have Malcolm. How are you doing, Malcolm?
I'm doing pretty good on a nice sunny day, so.
He's in the same. It's so weird to have someone with the same accent as me in a show for once. It's so bizarre because I'm so used to hearing American accents that his one actually sounds weird to me. This is the weird thing, that in this space, hearing his accent, I'm like, that's so odd. It's my accent. I shouldn't be so weirded out by it, but it sounds so bizarre in the scheme of this.
I mean, honestly, I know what you mean, because quite often talking to, I also have to do a show where most of the guests are Americans and all that, so it's like, it definitely is in that sort of weird mindset.
I think you just get used to it, right? And you just have these blockers in your mind about it. Daniel's asking if it's an invasion. Yes, this is now the Kiwi-verse. I didn't tell you guys. This is more of a hostile takeover. I'm just going to slowly bring more and more Kiwis onto our shows, and before you know it, there will just be a Kiwi run show. I didn't want to tell you guys. We've also got plenty more people. We've got Taco. He's on his way. He promised me that he'll be here, but he's running late as per usual. He just likes to be a diva and make a grand entrance. And speaking of grand entrances, I mean, he hasn't got his keytar, but I'm still happy to have Justin the Juice with us tonight.
Oh yeah, always. I mean, it's all the key cards are in the area, but
that's right.
I'm ready to ready to rock. Always great to be on the. So it's is it the Northern Schmoes now? Is that what the channel's called now?
It's the Northern Entertainment Group now.
Perfect. Love it. Yeah, always glad to go up north, even though most of the crew here tonight, I think, is down under, right? And then even Ben, you're not Canadian either, right?
No, I'm not Canadian.
Yeah, right. So yeah, what?
I think we've actually got 0 Canadians on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figures, right?
Okay, and last month, certainly not least, my partner in Mount Schmodown, the one and only Ryan Payne.
That's a great entrance.
I wanted to play some music, but I'm afraid of copyright, so I decided
Nah,
to
fair
do a
enough.
silent pop-up like the old
I mean,
Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton movies.
It's still one hell of
There
an
you go.
entrance.
Wow, that is wonderful entrance. How you doing, my man?
Good. Thankfully, I stretched a lot earlier this morning, afternoon, so I don't got a cramp after doing that little thing I just did. But I am good, honestly. This weekend has been, I mean, despite what you guys are going to talk about soon, this has been one of the most relaxing weekends I've had of this year. So
Starting off strong. I love it. I love it.
Well, in the second weekend of the year, right? Am I mistaken?
Yes.
yeah, because the New Year's Day was a Saturday. So yeah, it's the second weekend, but that was still hectic, drunk recoveries and then just wanting to sleep in a coma.
Yeah, the older you get, the rougher it is. I swear it outlasts 3 to 5 days. The older you get. It's not ideal. Not ideal.
No, don't you wish you could take like a pill?
You've already been cancelled in the chat, Juice.
Yeah. We're a ragtag crew here.
Yeah. It's the best kind of crew.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I mean, no rhyme or reason, just fun, just chaos. You can call me the Joker, whatever. I like the chaos.
Yeah.
Right? Yes? No?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, who about planning something when you're about to go online? Everyone wants it all natural, unscripted. Like
yes, the less scripted, the better. Yeah, exactly.
We're doing it live.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean we do talk about movies around here. We did unfortunately lose yet another great. I don't know if you guys have heard the news, but Ben, do you want to tell people?
Yeah, you might know him from Full House growing up. You might know him from his stand-up comedian days. We lost Bob Saget. He was one of a kind comedian. He was 66 years old, I believe. 2022 sucks already. I'm sorry, it does.
It has to get better. Come on, we can't just keep going with this. Yeah.
Anybody have any thoughts about him, real quick?
Well, I mean, it depends on what we want to say. Honestly, I mean, I learned about this honestly an hour and a half ago, so it was still fresh to me. I'm not as devastated by his death, but knowing how old he was is heartbreaking on how his death, because the last deaths that we had, Peter Bogdanovich, Betty White, and Sidney Poitier, they were all in all in their old ages, like 80s, 90s or so. So it felt like it was natural for them to leave us because they've had great lives, great careers. They've left a lot behind for us to watch and admire. Bob Saget, he's just right there, right in the middle.
That one was out of the blue.
Yeah.
I think he was just the same age as my dad was when I lost him. So that really is kind of heartbreaking.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, no, I grew up watching Full House, so yeah, it's definitely he's something I've been meaning to or I've wanted to relive the childhood and rewatch the show, and this is definitely gonna inspire that to kind of come on a little quicker than it might have would have. But yeah, it's tough. Yeah, feel like he was America's dad for a little bit there.
Yes, so was. I mean, even as a Kiwi, it still felt like he was part of the family.
I wouldn't say he's more of America's drunk uncle.
Once you actually learn Bob Saget, but but Danny Tanner, that's yeah. Of course, Bob Saget himself is.
Yeah.
I mean, like when it comes, like I love Full House as a kid. Like I think it was only about an hour and a half when this news actually broke. It because that's when I heard it too. And like this year reminds me of back in 2016 when we had a few heavy hitters of deaths. All in a row because we had David Bowie, then we had Alan Rickman. A week later, it was vice versa. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, so if hopefully that this is the last sort of big one that we get for a while.
Hopefully.
Yes, Betty White was America's grandma. She
Yeah.
was so friggin' cool, that woman. So friggin' cool.
I understand Bob Saget being America's dad. Everybody, me growing up, I only knew little of Full House watching it. So to me, America's dad was Reginald Ben.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God, I
Him
forget
too.
his name, but the
Yeah.
dad in Family Matters.
And Family Matters, yeah.
Yeah, and also the cop from Die Hard, Reginald L. Johnson. There it is.
Yeah.
Reginald L.
Best.
Johnson. To me, he was like America's dad, though. But Bob Saget, he was more of like the variant of America's dad that I would not have argued having.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both great. Yeah. Both great dads.
Hopefully, like you said, this is the last one for a while, please. Whoever's listening up there, please, we can't take any more right now.
And it's still unknown exactly the cause of his death because it's so recent. So
Yeah.
and of course through his career, most people are aware of that he's had addiction issues with drugs and I think even a slight with alcohol, but it was mostly like a drug addiction. So when I heard his death, of course there were some articles that already immediately said, "Oh, don't know if it's drug overdose," but like you don't have to jump to drugs.
No, you don't.
But you can't help it.
Yeah, I know. All right, so.
I mean, I feel like we should break this move with a little bit of a game, don't you, Ben?
Yeah, definitely. And I have
how familiar is our panel with movie posters? You guys reckon you could figure one out if we zoomed slowly out?
Really quick, I also just want to quick say with Maddie Gunner in the comments, I think we have like 4 or 5 countries represented except Canada. Just want to say that real quick.
Yeah. On the Northern Entertainment Group, it's everywhere but Canada. It makes so much sense.
I mean, to be honest, I was trying my best to do a filibuster on like, can we name it other than Northern Entertainment because we have more than just Canadians on here, but it's more of, well, who runs the shows, who's the mods, who produces? Canadians. It's gonna be the show. It's like they have the power, and I'm just a lowly humble.
But we've got we actually do have a Canadian technically in the comments, so it's Daniel from our channel, so he's representing Canada from the comments, so we're full international now. It's fine, we worked it out.
Yeah. All right, so I call this game Zoomed Out. I have 5 movie posters, and you guys are going to have to guess what they are.
Oh, that's
it's easy. Come on, guys.
Yeah, you got this. So
I'm immediately. Should we just throw out guess now, or should we just wait for another one?
You know what, Ryan? I want to hear it because if you've gotten it right, we're just going to end the show here because you can't top that. You can't top you figuring it out from a pixel like this. So you know what? I want to hear your vote.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just asking this with the game because I've seen games like this where they do that first image and then they immediately throw out your guess, and then they'll just keep going back. All I'm just gonna say is because of that little coloring, I immediately thought of The Martian because of the Mars landscape.
Oh,
I think I say Matt Damon's skin.
Or it's Event Horizon, or it's Armageddon. I mean,
so yeah, if you think you have a guess, just chuck it out whenever you feel like it.
Yeah. Okay, that zoom out. Anything? Oh. Okay.
I think it's just slightly less pixelated.
Okay.
It's like.
I mean, like. Okay, maybe
Are you
that's
zooming
not-
out or just scrolling down?
I'm scrolling down. I don't know. Any guess?
I'm still thinking desert planets.
Kind of.
You know it's bad when Justin has to lift
Yeah,
up
I
his
gotta-
glasses to really inspect it. I think we need to go out even
Where did I
further.
put mine? Oh, there they are.
Okay, I was gonna. For some reason, like The Force Awakens was like coming to mind.
I'm
but-
thinking
Yeah, I know, not that.
Tremors for some reason. Or is it Titan AE? I mean, the
Okay, let me zoom out again.
What's that like?
Oh, I know.
Oh,
It's
oh my God.
It's
Come
Beauty and the
on.
Beast, is it?
Yep.
Yep.
yeah.
As soon as I saw
wow.
that, I was like, I know what it is, but I'm the host. I can't actually answer.
I was
this.
thinking, I'm more familiar with the second Beauty and the Beast poster where it, not the live action one, but there was a second.
Is that the one that's
Oh, the
all
one where they've
black?
got all the characters in it, and they're all in like the
Well,
ballroom area.
it has the characters, but it has like the castle in the middle, along with the
Mhm.
rose towards the center.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Pretty much
that
the one the live action kind of copied, but it was much more artful.
Okay, so let me move on to the next one. Okay.
No guesses, guys. No one can figure it out from their indistinct.
No,
I think we're
come
gonna
on.
Again, it
go
looks
out
like
further,
Matt
Ben.
Damon's skin.
It's still Matt Damon's skin. All of these are Matt Damon.
Yellow. Is it?
I mean, I'm not going to lie, that kind of looks like the Universal logo. I'm trying to think if they done it.
It does.
Universal.
For some reason, I'm back to space again. Although, wait, Fly the Navigator, maybe?
Let me zoom out again.
Halo?
We got some letters.
No.
AL.
Oh, wait! The Fifth Element?
No.
No, okay. The
Just that long pause.
no, no, not ever any story.
Is it Atlantis the Lost Empire?
Let me zoom out again.
Oh, you've got me. Is Wally? No.
No, it's not.
What, Aladdin?
I
I'm
mean-
sick of shouting out until.
Oh, I know what it is. I
Yeah.
so know what this
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
wait. Was that?
oh.
Oh, yeah. I probably wouldn't have got that if I didn't
once
see
you,
that.
once you got to
the
the
letters.
letters.
I knew just from the curve of it. I was like, oh, it's Captain Hook's Hook. I love that version of Hook, by the way. I'm just going to say Dustin Hoffman as Hook is just the best kind of casting that you would never expect it to be good. And it's so good.
Woman
Yeah.
Williams has Peter killed it too.
Bob Hoskins as Smee was fantastic.
Oh, I
Whitfield-
love that man. I love that man so much. Him and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So good.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I love Hook, but I think Jason Isaacs from the 2003 Peter Pan, I think, is the better Hook.
Ooh, that's a
That's
good
also a
one.
good one. Yeah.
Yeah,
If they just did the child acting much better in that one, but you know.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Any guesses?
It's like a hand and a vegetable.
That narrows it down.
Yeah.
I mean,
let me-
I'm glad you said hand and not something else.
Oh.
This one is easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
let
the
me-
theme just fantasy posters?
No, this is. I don't want to say what it is. It was given away.
Disney. Oh, Toy Story.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Oh, I know what the theme is here. Okay, I figured it out.
You know what I mean?
Isn't there? Okay, maybe not.
Family picture. That's the theme. Every poster is from a family picture.
You're a family friendly channel. All the time. There's nothing but goodness here.
Yeah.
Not until Taco shows up, then it just devolves into R-rated, dangerously going close to an NC-17.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the last one.
I mean, there's a theme here. It'd be hilarious if it's Mars Needs Moms.
I promise you it's not that.
After all the galactic talk you've been bringing up.
Okay. Is it? The Croods? Ice Age?
Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh my god, that is it. Wait, Planet of the Apes?
Oh, I know. Okay. Yeah, I know what that is.
No, wait. Star Trek? No, it's not Disney.
It doesn't have to be Disney, by the way.
I mean, Hook's not Disney.
Oh.
Yeah. Let me zoom out.
MVP, most valuable primate.
Oh, where Dunstan checks in.
Like 3 flights at the Condor or something like that.
Snakes on a plane?
I mean, I was almost going to guess The Fly, but I don't think they would fit with the theme.
George of the Jungle?
I really hope it is George of the Jungle.
8-Legged Freaks?
Yes!
Wow!
No!
That's funny.
It's a spider.
I have seen that movie. That is terrifying. It's
Yeah.
poster is just as terrifying as the film.
I mean, the scene of a motocross guy doing an outstretched drop kick on a spider may be fine, but yeah, no, this is literally like don't trust nuclear power because this will happen.
Yeah, I mean, the annoying thing is I was thinking it was a spider, but then I also started thinking that's not arachnophobia. What is it?
Yeah. As soon as I saw the leg, I was like, it's a spider. Is this the last one, Ben?
I thought you said the spiders were the last.
Big color palette here. Minecraft.
Halo, Doom.
The movie poster for Minecraft, definitely.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Spirits Within. No, that's it. No, this is too broad. Let's see. Wait, what's that? Fuck, what's that? Wait, what is that movie? The kid runs with an alien suit. Star Kid.
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
I mean, I don't think this is it. But shout out Paul Carey on a Turbo Kid.
No.
Wait a second. Flubber?
No.
I just saw the goggles.
I saw the goggles. Yeah, that would have gotten me too.
Frankenstein?
Close.
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein? Young Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. You got me in the
That is-
ballpark there. So I'm like, what? That Frankenstein's the right title? Mary Shelley's Frankenstein? You want me to be a prude about it?
Wow.
I love if that was the stipulation that you had to be real schmo-downy about it and actually specify.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was a lame game, but I had fun with it.
No, it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
no, that was
That
great.
was lame.
Oh, yeah.
Good game. Definitely breaks, helps focus. It takes a lot out of my mind.
Sitting there having to guess movie posters.
Why not? Right?
That's good.
Yeah. So, I guess we should talk about some entertainment news now, right? Is that yes?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, what? I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank. What did I want to talk about? Well, we already alluded to this, but Sidney Poitier died earlier this week. Any thoughts about him? He was pretty significant in the movie world, Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, losing any famous person does hurt. I mean, like Sidney Poitier was one of the first black men to win an Oscar. I unfortunately have not seen any of his movies. I've realized after looking at his filmography, so there's not really a lot that I've got to say that that's my favorite movie of his. But it's always sad losing anyone.
Yeah, I've seen, so I watched like In the Heat of the Night, which I think is the one he won the Oscar for, and that won Best Picture in like '67 or something like that. So I watched that a few years ago, and was a great. It's one of the first times, right? An actor, a black actor was able to, that was the first Oscar. So that was
paved the way.
Historic, and then the same year, and I just watched this movie too, since his death, of Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
Oh, that's a good one.
So so both those in the same year that he had. So he's a great actor. In both of those movies, he gives like incredible performances. So it's sad, but it's great that he was he was in his 90s, so it's not like
just to cut in, Lilies of the Field was the movie he won the Oscar for. He wasn't even nominated for In the Heat of the Night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Well, that's good to know.
Wasn't it? Guess Who's Coming? That was the film.
He wasn't even nominated for that.
No, wait. Which one was
it?
Lilies of the Field is the
yes.
he was,
Wow.
He was also nominated for The Defiant Ones.
Yeah, Lilies of the Field. That's the same one that Sally Field got her Oscar in as well.
Wow.
But even then, just the films that they just brought up with Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, In the Heat of the Night. I mean, he's a very, I won't say stoic and well, I say these words because it's the only way I can sum him up when you see him on screen. He's a stoic and prolific actor because of the way he brought such regal and almost a sense of bravado to his roles. Like in The Heat of the Night, he is very captivating on screen because of his character, the way he carries him, and how he uses every action to pretty much justify making you want to watch that movie again, even though the subject of that film, it's a simple cop drama, but knowing that he is I forgot what he's a cop going to a southern state, knowing ahead of time he's going to be disrespected because of his skin color, but having to work with the law there, like so much tension and conflict that brews in the surface. And of course, the iconic scene, which is shown in every yes, I saw that. I remember seeing him in Jackal. That was actually my first.
That's the last time he was on screen.
Yeah. That was actually my first Sidney Poitier film as a kid. And then high school started doing like film, like whenever high school teachers showed films or I took film class, then some of his earlier work came on. But I remember him from the Jackal. Like
I haven't seen Sneakers.
I just watched Sneakers. Yeah, Sneakers is good. He's not like the lead. Robert Redford's the lead, but like he's a good like straight man that kind of keeps Robert Redford in line a little bit.
Yes.
Good.
What can I say? He was very important. He was so influential. I'm going to go back and see most of his movies now.
It's the one nice thing about when this happens is more people take the time to actually go back and look at their body of work. It's the same thing with musicians and stuff like that. You notice that in the charts that they start getting more viewership. And I think that's actually really nice that even though they're gone, it still kind of sparks this discussion around their body of work. That's what I really like.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. This weird thought came to my head that with Lilies of the Field, I forgot the release date. It was in the 60s. Sally Field got hers in the 80s. So, sorry. That's just my brain recorrecting itself.
It's hard to remember these things sometimes. We also got the news that Morbius has been delayed. Do you reckon that's because of the stuff that happened in No Way Home? Is that the speculation? Because it's quite a big push as well. Because it's April.
April, yeah.
April 1st.
It's
April
1 month
1st.
before Doctor Strange. So
our speculation on what the show is that it's not because of No Way Home, it's because of House of Gucci, and that it's an indefinite delay, and the movie is just going to never get released. So that's our theory.
Yeah.
I mean, solid theory.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's because of the stuff that happened in No Way Home. I think it was like definitely COVID was to play a part in there, but I think it's the other one is they wanted to move it out because they know that Spider-Man's still doing gangbusters, sort of box office wise, like everyone's still going to see that, so they're probably like, well, if we release it here, we can't get more money from No Way Home, so we'll move it away so people can go see No Way Home more.
yeah, so there's enough space in between. Yeah, because I do believe I do think it's a mixture of both. Maybe because of No Way Home, not because they're trying to change the film, but because, like what Malcolm said, it's because of the success it's still garnering. Because I came across an article where No Way Home once again did another box office record this weekend.
Yeah.
So with Morbius, which was really supposed to be towards the end of this month, really would not have made any sense. And now with what's happening with Omicron happening, more COVID cases popping up, studios trying to do their best. They want to, I mean, ideally it would have been great to carry on the momentum of having Morbius and then having so many Marvel fans rack their brains on like which universe is this movie taking place in? Is this the Maguire universe or is it in the Andrew Garfield? Because it's obviously it slightly connects to Venom because of the trailer, you know.
I really hope they don't delay the Batman. I'm so excited for that film.
I
know people were ripping apart the Riddler's costume, and I don't understand why. It's a more broken down, grittier, more grounded. You got to look at what it looks like now.
Yeah,
I love it. The hypocrisy in fans where they say, "Oh, we want a gritty, comic book movie." Then
we want it grounded. We want it to feel real, and then you give them real, and they're like, "Oh, I don't."
Where's
like
the
that.
costume they had in the comics? Like,
I mean, I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's like, I know I am one of those ones that like. I mean, I wouldn't have minded so much. It was one of those costumes which brought in the comics like aspect, but made it at least it still found a way to merge the two. Because I mean, it's one of those ones. And looking at the costume for the Riddler now, it's like it looks like this random henchman that it doesn't really look like the Riddler per se. It just looks like this random henchman.
Someone said it's similar to like it's like meant to be like Zodiac type.
I remember reading that too.
I've heard people say that too, mainly because I think
because
it's Matt Reeves and people thought there were so many David Fincher elements being inspired in this film.
It'll just be how it plays in the movie. Yeah, it looks ridiculous right now for when I just Googled, but
and I mean,
we'll see how it goes in the movie.
And in saying that, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like only part of it. Like at the end of the Batman, he sort of gets a more gritty version of his actual comic counterpart because there could be a thing like this is only one version of this costume. We can just get another one near the end. So, but I mean, it's one of those ones like I think like Warner Brothers. I think they're probably going to keep things close to the chest on whether they're going to move their movies. And like that, they're probably going to wait until see what is close to March, unlike Pixar, which also decided Turning Red wasn't going to cinemas anymore. So
that one's upsetting.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but what is this, a third Pixar movie that's going straight to Disney Plus?
Yeah, I mean,
but it's still insulting because, I mean, look, on console, yes, it's available right now on Disney Plus, and a lot of people are loving it. To me, I'm like, that would have been much better if that was in theaters. Same with Turning Red too, especially after seeing this trailer, to where this film is sort of like a subversion of the young protagonist, and then also seeing how it's also it's a mixture of a coming of age. It's a predominantly mixed background of characters in there with a an Asian family, a young girl who's got like a diverse of best friends. You can. It's been a while since I saw the trailer, but even then, it looked like a very heartwarming. From the trailer alone, going off, it looked like a very heartwarming adventure that I would like to see on the big screen. Sure,
I think it would be really pretty as well. Like it looks like they've got a lot of the architecture. Oh, just for the chat and like the people watching, this is what they've decided to make the Riddler look like. So if anyone's wondering.
I thought at first in the trailer, the first one, it looked like he had
Hey, Taco.
Hi. I just got here. I was waiting. I didn't know if you guys want to bring me on or if I want to pop on or. Hi.
Hi.
I just got home. I want to say 15 minutes ago, and I was trying to bring a sleeping baby into the house while listening to your guys' show, hoping she wouldn't wake up, and she totally did. And then my wife just said, "Screw it, go jump on. I'll take care of her." And so, anyways, Ryan, it was really funny. I was holding my child, trying to sing to her and go to sleep, and I have my earbud in because I'm listening to your guys' show, and then I hear just like, well. It could be PG before Taco gets here. It's gonna get X-rated. I'm like, he's currently singing to my baby. What do you think? Like some type of a monster?
I don't know your
Nice
private life.
juxtaposition.
I know it made me feel so weird. Where I was like, you don't even know who your dad is, do you, Maeve? People think I'm X-rated. Here I am singing nursery rhymes to you.
Oh, Dagon's already upset.
I love Dagon too. That's the funny thing. Is whenever I'm like, oh cool, Dagon's in the chat. He's like, fuck this guy. I'm like, well,
yeah, I think it's a great bit. It's such a great bit. Yeah, I don't know why Disney does. I get why Disney's doing the whole not releasing to cinemas, but this is going to sound really first world problems. But as someone who lives in a country where we don't have to worry about getting shut down, it's really frustrating that movie theaters aren't going to have a lot in there because we can't actually get any distribution rights from places.
Yeah,
because I'm late. Can I do an older topic? Like not an old topic, but what you guys were just saying about Riddler. And then we can move on. I'm sorry. I had something I really want to say.
Yeah, that's fine.
When it comes to people complaining if it's gritty or if it's comics or whatever, I feel like it's such a, especially if we haven't seen the movie, I feel like it is such a stupid armchair quarterback thing, because if you don't know the script, if you don't know the tone, if you don't know what the hell they're doing, let them decide if they need a gritty take or a comic book take, because we've seen good versions of both. Dark Knight was a gritty take, and it was a fantastic. It's one of my favorite comic book movies of all time. And Iron Man or half the Marvel universe are realistic takes. And guess what? They're fantastic too. So I hate this like, oh, but I want it this way. Why don't you just want a good movie? Like, what do you just want? Good acting, good directing, good writing, and good, performances. That's all I want. I don't give a crap, But that's just, I'm just tired of that take of, but I want it this way. You're getting 100 comic book movies a year, and just be thankful, because in the 80s you weren't getting those. Like nerd culture is finally doing this
low caliber ones, very low caliber.
Well, we were getting Phantom and freaking like Dark Man in the 80s.
Okay, Matt,
I heard about low caliber.
Honestly, I actually love rewatching the Phantom and.
I didn't say Batman '89.
No, I know.
Shadow was fun.
Okay, what about Steel? You guys remember Steel?
Steel, I
used to remember Steel. Only time we had a prominent black man as a solid black.
Blank Man. Blank Man was a prominent, and that was a way better movie. Blank Man is amazing.
This is DC. This was DC putting a black superhero film. Yes, it's corny. The film is not great. Shaq's acting is terrible, and he's limited and wooden. But I still say I will take Richard Roundtree in a supporting role in any film.
The point I'm trying to make is at least we're getting people taking comic book movies serious, and I'm just grateful that I'm in that universe where comic book movies are taken.
In this timeline.
Yes. Anyways, I'm sorry to just.
In a variant timeline, the MCU would not have been successful.
Nope.
I wanted to bring something up real quick about Mobius Delay, and I wanted to pose a question to everyone here. Is there a chance filming on post-credit scene with Andrew Garfield? for Mobius.
I think
mean,
it's
it's
way
very-
too. Here's unless they've got it like already slated and they're already in pre-production. I think it's a bit jumping the gun to put him into something. I get that that'll be jumping on the hype of him, but I think that like unless they've got it already slated and this is going to be part of a big announcement, I think it's going to be a little too.
Well, what if he ends up being a Spider-Man in the Venomverse? That's already been established.
think
Well,
this-
movies coming out. Venom, Mobius, and countless others. There's already hinted at a Spider-Man in Mobius. Why can't that be Andrew Garfield? I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
I haven't seen No Way Home. Like, I really don't know what's going on in the Spider-Verse per se. But also think Mobius was supposed to come out before No Way Home too. The first trailer for Mobius was pre-COVID. That movie was made in the bag a long time ago. And that's my only argument, and that's just trying to use logic because I don't know enough about what's going on in the universe.
I hope I didn't give anything away.
And honestly,
Well, dude, everyone's been telling me. I don't want to know it, but
and honestly, I think if they're doing reshoots to add Andrew Garfield or even Tobey Maguire in there, we would have heard about it by now. I mean, reshoots not secret anymore.
Yeah, and get out so quickly. Like, look at how much we got from the whole Andrew Garfield Holland reveal. That wasn't. Everyone knew it was coming, unless you pretty much stuck your head under a rock and didn't visit any social media sites whatsoever. But as much as it was amazing to watch, everyone knew that was happening.
Yeah, but even though everybody knew, it was still amazing to see it happen.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I said still.
And it was so cool because we all knew it was going to happen, but we didn't know they were going to actually play that much of a
role. Yes.
Not like a
I
bit
see
part.
Taco taking off the earbuds, but yeah, we didn't know they were going to play that much of a role.
am I good?
Yeah, you good.
All right.
Yeah, we won't say anything else.
Just move back over to Pixar slightly. Because I think
Knock
part
that
of the
red
reason,
Solo cup out of your hand, jeez. All right, so
and I mean, honestly, and I think part of the reason why Pixar decided that Turning Red was the one they're going to put to Disney Plus is I think it's a case of they probably looked at their slate and was like, well, if we delay it to here, it's going to be so close to Lightyear, which is also coming out this year, and I think it's a case of because of Turning Red being a quite an unknown, whether we don't actually know much about that franchise yet, because they probably decided that was the one to move to Disney Plus, as opposed to Lightyear, which is a known property, and it's like we know the character of Buzz, and they think that is bound to make money at the box office. They probably aren't too confident of Turning Red, even though that's terrible to say, because I kind of would have loved to see Turning Red in a movie theater myself.
I mean, you can understand. I can understand from that business sense of their aspects, like because Lightyear, it's coming off of Toy Story, which is a prominent and money-making IP. From what we've seen with Pixar and Disney lately, the more newer and unknown stuff, they're becoming more successful because they're fresh. And that line of thinking, if that was the Disney exec line of thinking, they need to really take a look at their last 3 projects and realize that you making new projects that are diverse and that feature fresh new stories from a different perspective, it's much better that way.
I didn't see that.
Interesting. That's an interesting take on it.
Well, I think this is a case of, I think they posed Spider-Man being shown as a murderer. I don't think they actually specifically said what though. So I think
he's theorizing. I think he's theorizing that
he killed Uncle Ben. Everyone knows that.
Because I think the picture in that post is actually Tobey Maguire and not Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. So
he definitely killed Uncle Ben. He's the most Uncle Ben killer.
I'm not going to argue with you there.
All right. He didn't do it, but he didn't stop it.
No,
he didn't, and no,
it wasn't his problem.
Until it was.
It's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been Bruce Campbell's fault for all we know. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's everything in the movie news says. Do you want to make the pitch name now?
Yes. Okay. So this is a game called Sup Pitches. All of our guests have been given the topic. So what we like to do is we like to take a movie that hasn't been so well received. I'm not going to say it's bad because that's up to personal interpretation. But a movie that wasn't so well received, and our esteemed panel are going to pitch how they'd change it. And our movie this week is The Last Airbender, which Justin so happened to tell me off in the green room that he watched today specifically for this, and I really
Oh,
yeah.
dude,
Oh,
I'm so
ready.
sorry. You
I'm
watched
ready.
that and Bob Saget passed. You're having a bad day.
It was a bad day.
it was a really.
But-
I'm really
The
sorry.
movie's
We
so bad, I
through it.
still remember its entirety.
It's like I want to see all the Shyamalan movies for some reason, so it's like when I gotta cross it off the list eventually as the OCD person that I am.
I
May as
ended
well
a
do it
first.
today.
I ended a first date right after this movie came out. I was in college. I ended a first date because a girl said something positive about this movie, and it wasn't just
You're like,
because of
red
that.
flag.
No, well,
Red
I
flag.
said that movie wasn't good. It's a pretty bad movie, and she goes, "Why do you say that?" I'm like, "Well, compared to the show," and she's like, "Wasn't it a kids show?" I'm like, "You bye, all right,
Goodbye.
see ya."
Go.
Like, I don't even know where to begin with
Rates
you, lady.
We're done.
Split the tab.
Hey,
All right. Anyways, that's totally true.
Oh, yeah, possibly actually. Yeah, it's not a great adaptation if you've seen the source material. I know people that haven't seen the source material and they're like, it's fine. I'm like, it's not.
It's not.
okay,
It's not.
perfect example. I saw the movie, I never seen the show. I hate the movie.
Oh, see, there we go. So
I hate the movie with a passion. So,
I'm gonna come to England. I'm gonna kick your ass, Dean. I'm just letting you know that.
ooh.
It's all a ploy
I
to
would
get
say-
you there, and then he's gonna hit you with the trank gun. Don't do it.
Look, even as a big
Like
fan
a
of the
wild
original-
animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, even as a big fan of the original series, I held any disbelief I had going into this film, and then rewatching it like a couple of years later afterwards, like during the horror craze, I still didn't like it because of some of the storytelling choices done in here. And at the same time, when you have a character and you call him Ong throughout the entire
Wow.
thing,
Oh,
and you have,
yes.
and this is supposed to be a very diverse, and by their names alone, do any of them are supposed to look like they are a white-faced high schooler just coming out of high school? No.
Are you trying to tell me they didn't cast Eskimos to play Sokka in Katara? Oh,
I am
sorry,
so-
Sokka.
I am. Fuck you. I am so hurt.
Yeah, I know.
No. It's just the fact. Even during the time, like casting alone, when they got Dev Patel to play Zuko, originally that was supposed to be oh my god, what's his name? You're the
That was
singer.
post Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah, that
Jesse
was probably
McCartney.
the biggest.
That was
Yeah.
Zuko was actually meant to be played by another fair-skinned actor before Dev Patel took the role. So it was obviously that the casting was very ignorant of this property, and Shyamalan as a director clearly did not give two shits about that, because he's like, oh, the story's more important. People will look past that.
Yeah, but he didn't even watch.
And
he
then
didn't even
the
follow
story wasn't even good.
No.
I would love to get in. I put a lot of
Sergio
thought
was-
of this in my
I was
drive.
Oh,
bored
okay.
in tears in the
Yeah.
first 30 minutes.
All right.
The talking, it was just, like everyone talked like they were speaking matter of fact and no personality behind it. Outside of Dev Patel, even then, it's like
He was the only one trying.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
the
he's
only
trying.
one trying.
He raised the Arnold Schwarzenegger from Batman and Robin in The Last Airbender, if that makes sense.
Kinda. I mean, I think Jim Carrey was the Arnold Schwarzenegger of Batman and Robin. Since we're talking about Riddlers, as long as he lives up to that Riddler,
Mm.
I got a pitch. We're doing
Do you wanna
pitches,
kick
right?
it
We're
off?
not just
Yeah.
we're not
Do you wanna
just
kick it
crapping
off?
on the movie. Right?
No.
We're trying to fix this movie.
Right.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to read out, tell you guys the basic rules. So you can recast 2 characters. You can also take out 2 characters, add 2 characters. It just stops you from like adding everyone under the sun and going, you know, like Keanu Reeves is going to play like every role.
Ooh, I like that.
So, and then also you cannot break the rules of the universe that it's set within. I mean, it's fine in this kind of movie, but say if we did Titanic, which we'd never do, but you couldn't add time travel into Titanic to make it better, and all major locations pretty much stay the same.
Perfect.
So you want to go for it? Yeah, it's Last Airbender.
Thank you. I didn't want to answer it. I have to keep remembering this isn't my show.
Yeah, we're talking the last Airbender, Lego.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So when you say you can't break the rules of the universe, I'm trying to fix the rules of the universe that M. Night Shyamalan broke. So first off, I'm just gonna say, you do not need existing fire to bend it. That pissed me off so much. I almost left. The second they were like, "Where's the candle?" I was like, like that right there hurt me. So I gotta put in a director, and I put a lot of thought into this because my first pick doesn't make sense because this movie still came out in 2009, right? We can't make the movie now, right? Yeah. We have to make it in 2009 or 2010. 10. So I was thinking, who was the Taika Waititi of 2010? Because that's who I want to make this movie. It is. He understands the comedy. And also he can do serious, and that's what this movie needs. It needs comedy and serious because the show is hilarious, but it also is full of heart. So it's got to be able to get both of those things. So I was thinking, who could have done it back then? They did just make their first big movie. It'd be a year after. So, you know, maybe we can fudge a little bit. You know, maybe somebody saw the dailies from the first movie and they're like, give them this. Mm-hmm. Phil Lord and Chris Miller just came off of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and I feel like they can handle the heart, the seriousness, and the comedy. Okay, it's rough when you don't have a Taika to help, but this is what I'm going with, and also I'm not making the whole first book. The season's too long and everything's important. Filler is important in Avatar. It just is. Avatar: Last Airbender, the filler is important. They didn't even have the frickin' Suki and the frickin'
the Kyoshi Warriors.
The Kyoshi Warriors, thank you. They left out the Kyoshi Warriors. So what were we going to do when you got to season 3? Just have Sokka not end with Suki? Just say that it happened once? What are you talking? Okay, anyways, so I'm going to cut it in half. We're doing 6 movies. And plus, more movies. Producers love more movies. That means more money. Okay? So I'm going to end it with the Blue Spirit saving Aang is the ending of this. So I'm going to have time to set up the characters, actually do the magic correctly, do everything, try to cut out as much filler as possible, maybe leave out like the like volcano prophecy. There are some filler episodes we can leave out. We're leaving in the
Fire Temple. I mean,
well, we have to do the Fire Sage. That's a big thing. We have to do the Kyoshi Warriors, and we have to establish bending correctly and his connection with the spirit realm correctly. These are things the movies didn't do. But since we're cutting the season in half, it's going to be a little easier to do it. We're still going to lose some stuff. But the most important thing is to keep the comedy there. I actually don't feel like I need to really recast. I don't know who I want to recast. I don't think it's the cast's fault. I really do put it a lot on the script was bad and the direction is bad. The best actors cannot work with that. But we've seen plenty of amazing. I think give them all a chance. I think Dev could he could make a good freaking Zuko. I mean, he could if he had the right direction. He's a great actor.
He's a great actor.
And so honestly, maybe if I wanted to cast unknowns, and since I just don't know a lot of Inuit actors at the top of my head, maybe try to cast some unknowns to make the whitewashing a little, less. But that's it. So I'm putting less of an emphasis on recasting, more an emphasis on fixing the tone and the script 100%. Bring back the comedy and the heart. That's my pitch.
I like that.
All right.
I love Avatar: Last Airbender. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's like the first thing me and my wife
if
started on.
If it helps me out a little bit, Taika Waititi could work this. Equal versus Shark came out in 2007, so I mean, he could.
Right.
Yep.
If I would have known that, I would have went there, but I didn't want that thrown at me. I didn't want to. I didn't want to. No one knew who he was yet thrown at me. It was like,
no, I like the idea that you had, Taco, with the whole casting of unknowns, because it works that way. Because that's similar to what my pitch was going to be for The Last Airbender, and my pitch was similar as well. I was remove Shyamalan from this project. He's not writing, he's not producing, he's not doing any of that. I did the same as well. Find a director that has experience with with not just extensive with filmmaking, but has a wide range. So where he has experience like really playing with different genres. And one existed around that time in the 2000s. Now he had an up and down filmography, not like he was successful or not, but you wouldn't know he was behind it until you saw his name in the credits. And that director I'm casting is Peyton Reed for this version of The Last Airbender. Because Peyton Reed, he can't handle comedy, as you've seen with some of the films he has. Like his most famous is Bring It On. He knows how to deal with setting the vibe and tempo with at least, I mean, of course, with teenagers. And he has directed kid movies involving kids. I mean, first example I can obviously think of is Ant-Man, the casting he has done with Cassie, the little girl in the first two. So knowing that he can, and also some of this work he's done with The Mandalorian as well, like later on, he does have that experience, like really setting up a great environment, a great world while adding comedy in there. So Peyton Reed is my director who I think can really nail the comedy, especially when it comes with certain moments, especially when you introduced Aang involved. That's one other thing I would have done with this world. I mean, having a mixture, like, yes, it's set during a wartime.
Sorry, it's clearly a joke. That's a pretty good joke. You knew who did airbending, right?
And you know what, casting? I also would have casted unknowns, at least for Sokka, for Katara, for Aang, for Suki, who I would have brought in my version. Also for Zuko as well.
Oh, yeah.
I would have mainly focused on maybe bringing veteran actors to play some of the more experienced characters, like Iroh, or even the and I would have introduced Zhao as well, the person who Aang wanted to learn firebending from, because I felt we bring in Zhao in, or that's his name,
not
right?
Zhao. No, Zhao is the bad guy in the first season. They did do it. You're thinking of
Zhang. I'm forgetting his name, but he was a firebender who Aang wanted to learn firebending from, and
the white-haired firebender who is trying to teach him control. Yep.
I don't want to focus too much on, but here's why I was going to bring him into my version. We're going to have to where. Well, here's the 3 focus plot points I would have done. First off, my pitch would have been Airbender be a 2-parter. So it will end with Aang going to the to the temple, learning about that prophecy. So then it leads off to where Aang's journey is going to be in the second film. The first, and then of course the second film, I would have ended with him going to the Northern Water Tribe. So in the first one, he gets woken up, he goes to the Air Temple, learns his race is gone. They meet the Kyoshi warriors. They also meet Haru, and just so they can learn that they can, building that they're going to have allies. And then Aang goes and meets this firebender. He makes that mistake of learning fire to where he hurts Katara, sets in a character conflict with him to where where you can bring back up in part 2 to where when they want to ask him, does he want to learn firebending again? He can make a conscious choice not wanting to do it because of how bad he hurts Katara. At the same time, with Katara learning through waterbending, she can heal herself, starting off in part 2 of her journey of wanting to become a waterbending master. Kind of like setting Katara and Aang on 2 different levels, to where Aang, he is slowly holding himself back, but Katara, who's very driven, is slowly rising. So when they get to the Northern Water Tribe, Katara is slightly a little higher than Aang, at least when it comes with the level of maturity, power level setting. I'm getting very technical at this. And then also with Sokka, not only just be a great comedic side character, but he's also going to be he's also going to try to learn to be a strategist, because in part 2, I would introduce Jet in that one as well. So take some of the episodes, but kind of try to space them apart in the different part 1 and part 2s, so we can try to set up down the road. So maybe if both the movies were successful, part 3 would be their journey heading towards the Earth Kingdom.
Okay, that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, more specific than mine. I wish I went that specific. I could have went that specific.
But when I realized I wasn't specific with my Batman pitch, I had to try again.
But yeah, like my pitch, I'm going to sort of preface this by saying, like, I've not seen the series. I'm not that familiar with the series. Like, I did watch the movie last year for some reason. I think I had to watch it for a show or something. But yeah, I mean, after doing some quick sort of research and reading up a lot, I read up that M. Night wanted this to be a trilogy with each movie based on each different season of the last Airbender.
Yeah, it's too much material.
Or is it? Which is where my pitch is going to go, because I think if you're going to do a movie based on like each season, you're going to need a director who's known for doing really good 3-hour epics based on existing material. And I mean, of course, I have to go with Peter Jacks to direct this.
Fair enough.
Okay, I thought you were gonna go there, but then I thought I was like, am I just thinking that because he's from New Zealand? There's no way he's gonna. And then you did it.
That's awesome.
Just played into the stereotype. It's fine.
But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot I would probably change, just because I'm not going to try and sort of pretend I'm familiar with the series. Because I think if what they want to do is do a trilogy with each movie based on one of the seasons, and I think it will work. It can work as a 3-hour movie as opposed to a 1.5 hour, like what M. Night tried to do. I mean, as for recasting, one of them I kind of cheat, because after sort of we're doing research and all that. Afterwards, I found that I'd accidentally cast the person who's playing this character in the Netflix series. And that's Firelord Ozai, who's going to be Daniel Day Kim from Lost. I mean, I'd accidentally, and I thought I'll keep it there. I'll preface that. And the other one I'd probably recast, just because, like, the way her charisma on stage, at the Oscars, like the grandmother, Kenna Gran, I think it was, I'd actually cast Yoon Yoo-jung from Minari, that won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. So I think she could be interesting as the grandmother. And
we're rewriting Avatar, well, actually the last Airbender. That's what we're doing.
We're repitching the last Airbender.
Yeah, each of us are giving our own versions of what we think the last Airbender should have been.
It's so funny. They come in like, what's going on?
But yeah,
when they show up.
And the other thing I found out when I was doing my research on this movie is the Dragon Spirit that was added is actually a merge of 4 different characters. I would probably remove that Dragon Spirit entirely and bring in like Avatar, Roku, and Guru Pathetic. And I mean, obviously, I can't bring in the other 2, but I'd imagine they will come in sort of by proxy anyway.
Okay, Justin, what have you got?
Right. Oh man. Well, all right. So,
look, it's fine. We prefaced the fact that you hadn't watched the movie till today, and so you know what.
So I watched the movie today. I've never seen the show. I've had like one of my best friends always is like, you gotta watch the show. One of my coworkers at work is like, you have to watch this show. I'm like, you have to watch Cobra Kai. It's like did you watch Avatar? Did you watch Cobra Kai? Like, it's not gonna happen until one of us watches the other. But this movie, so all right, so yeah, y'all are making these great pitches about like all this lore and like improve, like you guys are pitching like you're pitching like your trilogies and trilogies of movies. I want to look at how do we fix this movie. So, all right, we got M. Night Shyamalan. Mm-hmm. That's fine. He is a great director. The problem he is he is when he's locked in. Yeah. So here's the issue. He needs an actor. He needs a lead actor that can hone in those skills. I think actually the biggest, not Bruce Willis, I think the biggest problem with the movie was just that little kid. I just didn't like that little kid, Aang or whatever. So I think we need to recast that kid in somebody an actor of more gravitas. So that is why I am pitching Paul Giamatti to be recast as Aang.
Bruce Willis was a better idea than that.
No.
Okay, I'm still with you. Let's keep going. I'm still very much invested.
Are improved with Paul Giamatti. He just he brings the extra layer. So imagine his like full sideways American Splendor type like personality.
Yeah.
He's obviously a raging alcoholic. It's not fun when your hero is like a gun-ho kid that's like so willy-nilly, like free willy about like, oh, I'm gonna like take down the bad guys. I hate everyone. Like we're gonna win. You need like someone that's a self-loathing degenerate. You need everyone to like pick him up and bring him like he needs to like get to that level himself of like I am the hero that the world needs. You need that to make a great movie. So, like, yeah, is this going to make a great trilogy of 1,000 movies that's going to, like, fulfill every fantasy of The Last Airbender, like, series, fantasies? No. But as the film fan, Paul Giamatti as The Last Airbender is going to absolutely bring home what I wanted out of that movie.
I have a defense for him. And I got something for you. You ready? Now, you don't know the lore stuff? Let me step in and help you. Instead of saying that he was frozen in the iceberg and stayed a 12-year-old, let's give Paul Giamatti a gray beard and he aged all of the 100 years. So he doesn't only come out as a 12-year-old, but he's a 12-year-old in a 100-year-old body. Yeah. And also everybody's dead. You're welcome. I love it.
That works.
Giamatti with a big gray beard, airbending.
Honestly,
my
God.
Imagine him.
Perfect for Uncle Iroh. He was perfect for Iroh, honestly.
You didn't listen to the pitch. Justin started over.
He can be the one that's like, all right, Shyamalan. He can be like, Shyamalan, that's dumb. Let's do this. Like, he can be that guy. You think the little kid that's, whatever, like Jimmy Willis or whatever that kid is, like whoever is the actor, and that's going to be like, no, M. Night Shyamalan, that's stupid. Like, let's not do that. Paul Giamatti has the poise, to be like, let's change this. Let's do this instead. That's the problem when you work with kids.
Can I name up one thing? Can I name up one thing about Paul Giamatti?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right about everything, but let's not forget that performance he gave us in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
He absolutely was.
Crushed it. Crushed it.
I am the Rhino. I
got the gun.
What
you
does
want
he
me to go
sound
there?
like?
Oh yes.
He would have been the perfect like sinister person to bring the Sinister Six together in A No Way Home, but they left him out probably because they're filming reshoots on Last Airbender.
I got the Rhino suit. Let's be sinister, huh? Yeah, no, it works.
Hey, Spider-Man!
He was a good villain. See, he's like a heel. He was less a villain and more of a heel. We all hate him.
Is that your entire pitch, Justin?
That's it.
Great.
Yep.
Great. So now we go around and we vote. So we'll start with Taco. Which film? You cannot vote for yourself. Which film would you go to see?
Paul Giamatti as Aang, baby. You sold me so hard on a comedy. They were like, he's like, clearly they fucked it up. Can I not be Iroh? Let me just be Aang, and let's just try to salvage this mess. Yeah. And the whole time, Shyamalan's trying to Shyamalan it up, and he's like, no, I got this. Yeah. I'm down. I'm completely down. I think that next year, Taika Waititi should make a good version of it, but this specific version, let's make it good bad. I'm in.
We'll give him a call. It's fine. Malcolm, who would you vote for? Which one would you buy a ticket for?
I'm not going to lie. Justin sold me on it completely crazy version of the last Airbender.
Oh, Ryan.
yeah.
Ryan, which one are you going to go see? You can't see your own.
Ryan's unhappy.
Obviously, I'm not going for my own. I'm just trying to take it all in here. I'm sorry, this is not going to be unanimous. As much as I would have loved to have seen that version of it.
That's an SNL bit.
No, not SNL. No, I actually would like to see that as its own movie. You know, kind of like an independent style. Like Paul Giamatti just gets he has his own production studio, and then he puts this together with M. Night Shyamalan. But I'm saying if we're looking at the basis of this assignment to where if we have to redo this, I'm going to go with Malcolm's pitch. Actually.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking at the assignment. Like, if this is going to be released in over millions of theaters worldwide, I'd go with Malcolm's.
Okay. Justin,
I love
you
saying-
can't go see your own.
21 and 22 Jump Street are two of my favorite comedy films.
Mhm.
And so is the Lego movie's amazing as well. I actually haven't
Hell
seen
yeah.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the film that got
You
them
should.
booked as the directors
Yeah.
of The Last Airbender. So I'll actually go with Tacos.
Okay.
Thank you, Justin.
Okay, so that leaves us
bitch.
with two for Justin, one for Taco, one for Malcolm. Ben, which movie would you buy a ticket for?
I wanted him Justin, but I'll be honest. I want to see Ryan's real fun out. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
So the best we can get is a tie now.
It's obvious the chat is going for Paul
Yeah.
Giamatti.
Unfortunately, so am I. I
yeah.
didn't think that this is where it was going to go. I'll be really honest. This is not where I thought this pitch was going to go.
You know what? Okay. I want to add something here. Chat. If any of you are comic book artists, please draw a picture of Paul Giamatti and
Dang. I'm on it.
and tweet it to us at the Northern
Yeah.
Entertainment Group.
I want to see a big gray beard, the blue arrow, totally out of shape. Big old fat gut with the staff. Oh my god.
I think we need to clip out Justin's
Well, you need
pitch
to
and
also
send it to
the
him, and I'd see what he
Yeah.
thinks.
Yeah.
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 So I'm saying the arrow tattoo, he's hanging out with a bunch of 14-year-olds.
I want to see my picture. Somebody draw a picture and tweet it to us.
And as we've seen in Old, I mean, which I may or may not have just like started and I'm in the middle of as we speak. Not as we
I'm
speak.
sorry.
I started watching it because I was like, I started one M. Night Shyamalan movie. I may as well watch another. But he knows how to direct
I'm sorry,
people
we put
that
this-
are a younger age than they actually are. So
Mhm.
Wait.
there you go.
Wait. You watched one bad Shamhammer and you said I figured I should
I
watch
need
it.
some more.
That's like saying
Yeah.
I had a piece of like old
Yeah.
sushi that's giving me food poisoning. I'm like, all right, I just need to do another one of these.
Yeah.
I have to know. Like what?
Gives you a little
These are
insight
double
Yeah.
bad things.
into how this
If
brain
you
works.
had blowfish for the first time, knowing that it could fatally kill you, of course you want to go in and try it again to test your metal.
Don't you think you should watch Goodfellas or go in the food analogy, get like a good steak to cleanse your palate a
No,
little?
he's committed. I
Right.
love that. I love that he was like, I want to keep watching more of these films. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
really
well,
sorry, but
It's hilarious because the
really
last time I pitched the same thing for Batman, keep the same energy, but everyone's like, "Oh no, let's do it more the other way."
apparently you're not allowed to win this, Ryan.
Yeah, I know. That's the new record.
I feel like
You're
this
not
is
allowed to
the-
My shitty internet has passed me, so I need a new curse. Never win a pitch meeting.
I feel
Congratulations, Justin, on your.
but
It's
it's
going to
still a
be
good pitch.
greenlit
It's still a good
amongst us, and it's
Yes.
never going to get made because we don't have the budget for it. Yes, the
Time
slow clap.
Machine. Time Machine. Paul Giamatti would be in. Just get him drunk.
We'll time machine like a younger Paul Giamatti to like when we can pay him like $10,000.
We're not going to bring that. No, I meant you go and time machine and go and get that Paul.
Well, I know. Budget's an issue. We'll just go a few years back.
All right, AJ's on it. That was good.
No, I caught it.
Yeah, okay.
He said it,
Dagon's got a point. Dagon on our last show. Batman Begins is Batman and Robin and still got votes. We just make things up as we go along here. Nothing matters.
It goes the old freaking Screen Junkies movie fights. It's not about what the pitch is, it's about what the argument is. It's about how the pitch is pitched. And that's it. And Justin did it right. He pitched it right. If I don't think I could have made that pitch sell.
No, but he did. It was fantastic.
He did.
Yeah. He almost put on Christian Hollow with Nightfall.
Yeah.
I was ready to pull a Nightfalls.
Yeah.
I will pull.
Would have loved that.
And especially add to the fact that, as Justin said, he had no idea about the TV show. It also had to do something.
Yeah, I mean, for you to come in not even seeing the movie until today, and then you pull up a pitch like sometimes that's gonna. That's
all right, guys. Paul Giamatti and a freaking Telga. Let's do this.
I'm all in for it. Well, I mean.
Like I can change after this.
But that being said, there's actually a good YouTube channel I watched called Brian Seeker, and he actually did a few episodes in which he did recast Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, go check that out.
And I can't remember what character, but I think one of the ones he actually pitched in his videos actually got cast in the Netflix live action Netflix series for that same character.
I'm looking forward to seeing that show.
Me too. I've been following it a lot. Shout out to Antoine Bandelet, is an amazing YouTuber who is keeping a lot of track on that, and he does a lot of really cool Avatar stuff. He does a lot of versus videos, so like if Iroh fought Ozai and stuff like that. Yeah, great stuff, and that's how I've been keeping up with it.
See, when Justin brought up Paul Giamatti, I'm not even going to make him Iroh.
Yeah, but nope. No, I say we cast Iroh as a young guy. Yeah, it change the dynamic.
So well. I was not expecting it. I think that was the whole point. It was great.
Yeah, well, good job, Justin. Really, good job. Yeah. I mean, that's Airbender. Wow, what a F movie that was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not as bad as Artemis Fowl, though. Artemis Fowl, I could spend about an hour talking about everything wrong with that film. Don't ever go watch it. To anyone who's sitting there going, I haven't seen that film, don't.
I saw it. Yeah.
You never get that time back, and then you leave angrier than you started your life. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Was that another?
I mean, thankfully it was Disney Plus, so I'm like, oh, another movie wasted on my subscription.
I mean, I'd love the book series, and just to see that's what they did with it. It's like,
I love the book series. I am venomously angry about it, but it's fine. It's fine. We're never going to try and do that pitch me.
I think that's why.
I think that would be a fun one to do.
Oh no, because I'd have to pitch it. I'd play my own game.
If next year in 2013 y'all did like a Mortal Instruments 10-year anniversary like a bad movie to pitch. I read the books for that for some reason. I don't know. I don't even know how to read.
We'll have you on the list.
Creatures based off of a book series?
Yeah.
Because that would be a fun movie to kind of repitch. Mm-hmm. I've never read the books at all for that, but I just know that movie was its own kind of gothic flavor of melodrama.
I kind of want to see what people would.
I hope it did. Hate that film.
I never watched it. At least I don't remember watching it.
Just don't. That's what I'm going to say. It's not even worth watching, ironically. Just don't. It's the worst thing you ever said.
And if you're expecting for some Colin Powell action in that film, he's not in the whole thing. So,
Jess, I think I don't really have time to watch stuff I want to watch.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
things that you don't want to watch. I get
Like
it.
I've been trying to get through Wheel of Time for like 2 weeks, and I'm
Thank
halfway
you,
through the
Daniel.
second episode.
Thank you. Why is he surfing? You know what? No, we're not going to start this. I'm going to be here for like 2 hours talking trash about it.
I mean,
It wasn't even nominated.
You
It
can
wasn't even
argue
nominated
this
for
from the
Razzies.
evening to the
Wow.
top of the morning when it comes to Artemis Fowl.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
they
I'm
got
glad,
snubbed at the
I
Razzies.
haven't seen it, and I'm glad I know nothing about it, and I haven't seen it, and it sounds like I'm going to keep it like that.
Yeah, for our
Probably-
audience watching, if you are considering it, I'm saying don't blame us if you do go and watch it and you want all those hours back. You will not get it back. I'm telling you now, so just don't bother.
You're saying that if Artemis Fowl was a baseball hit, it would be a foul?
I don't know
Foul
baseball.
ball?
Oh,
Alright.
God.
Wow.
On
Yes.
that
Yeah,
note,
that's a
on that
I mean, let's just say
note,
there's a reason they put it straight on Disney Plus.
Mhm.
on that note, I think we should wrap up here. That's not just Malcolm. Malcolm, where can everyone find you?
I mean, you can find me over on Take Three Productions. I have a show called Rankum where we do a top 12 list based on specific topics. Next week's topic on said days is going to be top 12 spy movies of the 2010s.
Nice.
Awesome. Ryan, my man, where can everyone find you?
Well, everyone definitely can find me here on Northern Entertainment Group, popping up as a special guest on the many shows that's now going to be released throughout the schedule, if they'll have me. But also Saturdays, Ben and myself with Mount Schmodown, and once the Schmodown itself starts getting back up and running, Ben and I will be part of a crew, pretty much breaking down Schmodown matches, talking about pretty much just talking about Schmodown. We give you our own little trek through the whole thing. It's on Fridays, right? But wait,
Yeah.
we should agree on that. It's not even that. It's not. We're not even started yet.
It's on Fridays, my man. It's on Fridays.
Sorry, I'm just so many shows that's now on the schedule. I'm just trying to remember. Oh wait, where's ours?
Yeah, I get it. We've got a pretty full lineup. Justin, where can the people find you, and what are you up to?
Yeah, all pitches. What the show? So Wednesdays, me and my crew, we have an hour or two of debauchery and talking random things, talking about Paul Giamatti and other things that happen. This week we have Thomas Harper, the Star Wars champion, as a guest. So we're gonna have more of a Star Wars theme type show, and then we have some more exciting guests to come. But yeah, Wednesday nights at 10 Central, you can find it, or 9 Central, sometime in that area.
Keep an eye on the Twitter.
You never know.
We'll tell you.
It's somewhere there. But yeah, we'll either be interviewing Thomas Harper or Paul Giamatti. You never know, but we'll always be there.
I think Paul Giamatti's people are going to call you. They got to get that movie idea from you.
You always got to throw that Hail Mary Twitter PM, right? You just throw that weird one.
You never know.
All right, guys. I asked Justin Juice, I asked Malcolm, and Paul Giamatti. Let's see who we get.
That's it. What about you, Taco? Where can the people find you?
I try to get my way all the way through this channel, and so the best. First off, before I tell you guys which shows I'll be on in the channel, I do want to make sure that you guys are subscribed. If you're not already subscribed, and click the bell, because literally every show on this channel is worth watching. Not just because one of us is on it, because we're putting out really awesome content right now, and I want everyone to see it. I will be a guest on the Have You Seen This? Snark and Daniel's new TV show. I told them to watch 3 episodes of Succession, and Daniel told me he's finishing season 1. So I got him, and I'm really excited. And you can find me this Thursday, January the 13th. We are bringing back the all-night taco stand. We will be staying up all night, me and the amazing Jess as my co-host. She really does all the hard work. I just put my name in the title.
I just make him look good.
Thank you. Well, you make me look bad because you look so good. I'm just this haggard dude up all night.
I don't know that song lyric, Taco.
Is that a song lyric? I don't listen to pop music.
I don't know where it's from, honestly.
But anyways, we're doing the Taco Stand January 13th, and please be there. Be in the comments. Stay up all night with us. It's going to be an amazing time.
Look out for the promo. That's going to be dropping soon.
Very soon. And on the 29th, we are bringing back Let's Talk About Star Wars, because we are doing the Alien game once again. And holy crap, we have a lineup. We have Marie Wilson, Zach Burkett, Thomas Harper, and Kiwi, because we want at least one person who isn't an all-star in the Showdown to be in it. And I'm really excited.
I am the underdog. Please vote for me. I'm not going to win, but it'd be nice to have some votes.
I don't know. Taco walked away with a championship. I think you can be able to pull out the upset victory.
Against those three? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Really... I would never shut up about it. If I won against any of them, I would never shut up about it.
When in doubt, vote for Marie Wilson.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't think Thomas Harper will let Gold Leader forget it either.
Yeah. And play against Gold Leader because he won the other one. So whoever wins this match will be playing me and Gold Leader for the belt. And I'm already currently the belt holder. I just don't want to spend the money on the shipping. But yeah, I think that's the only reason I'm defending $40. That's what I'm defending, because I don't have to spend it.
Fair enough.
I mean, just mentioned that you have to ship it all the way to New Zealand.
All right. Yes, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on my Twitter at KiwiJess. You can also find me on the All Night Taco Stand, where I'll be co-hosting for about 7 or so hours, because that's how long he can keep me around for. And then I'll be back on Saturday to do Schmodown Analytics with our very own Double D, and I'll also be back here again next Sunday.
You're all over the place.
Yep.
Constantly. I'm very popular.
You need to make everyone look good. And you can find me right here at Ben_Rainy. Right here on Northern Unwind, on Mount Schmodown when that comes back. Get ready, we made a big return this morning. That was really fun. And I think that's it for now.
Nice.
Yeah. And we'll be back next week. But until then, this is Northern Unwind. Signing off. Bye.
Squeeze it easy.
May the force be with you.
Say squeeze it easy.